I'm sending smoke signals, Tonto style.
Hey guys, my name is Matthew Pappy. Hopefully we can get this up here shortly. And I do apologize for obviously being a little bit late tonight, but this is pretty important. And this actually really piggybacks on Brad's presentation. The centralization of power is something that we as Republicans vehemently oppose. We want the representative republic to work. We want the bottom-up solution to government. Recently at the RNC and the DNC, there were examples of centralization of power where the delegates' votes were completely ignored on some rules and amendments. You may or may not have seen that. But recently at our own state convention, we had an instance where this is starting to happen. And the point of this resolution that's already passed in Mojave County, it's passed in Pinal County, and passed in a few other districts, is to send a strong message to the leadership of the Arizona Republican Party that we're not going to stand for the centralization of power. It's important for you to be here tonight. You took time out of your day. That needs to be respected. The people that you elect to represent you at the state convention, that's representing you. They need their vote to be heard because that's you speaking. The people that vote at the convention for the National Committeeman and the National Committee woman, they need that vote counted. Now what happened there was the National Committee woman election at the state convention, it wasn't finalized. It went late into the night. They said, we're going to mail out the ballots and we'll do it through mail. Well, you can't do a quorum through the mail. So I don't know really how they thought that was going to happen. So instead of having the actual election conducted, they've decided that they're going to go ahead and appoint a National Committee woman. National Committee woman is a very important position. They're a member of the executive committee for the RNC. These are the people that make the rules that govern the 2016 convention and the presidential national conventions. It's a very important position, and there's probably really nothing we can do at this point unless all of us really want to bleed Tom Morris's ear to have them stop what they're doing. But we can't let them know it's not okay, and we're not going to stand for it. Therefore, the resolution states, whereas the Arizona Republican Party provided a convention to conduct the election of a National Committee woman to the 2012 Republican National Convention, whereas the state party election failed to conduct a runoff election for the National Committee woman at the state convention, whereas the state party failed to conduct the runoff election for National Committee woman via mailed ballots as promised at the state convention, whereas the state party has now made the decision to appoint a National Committee woman via the executive committee, whereas the state party has stripped the duly elected state delegates of their duties to elect a National Committee woman. Resolved, the party members of the 26th Legislative District condemn the disregard for the duly elected delegates' role in the election of the National Committee woman position.
So do I have a motion to approve this resolution? Okay, we'll limit comments and discussions to 1 minute per person.
Jim Pinkerman here. My wife and I were delegates to the state convention in May, and we feel very strongly that our choices were not represented, not only with the National Committee woman, but with the delegates that were finally chosen. The whole thing seemed to be a shambles from the beginning at 7 in the morning until 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And instead of representing the delegates from the bottom up, they went home and they began to appoint people from the top down. Now, and we didn't feel, we agree with this very much. My wife would if she was here.
Thank you. Do we have any other discussion or questions? Brian, if you can come up. Is this a statement or a question?
It's more of a question.
Okay.
The convention ended without a quorum, so you can't do business without a quorum. And the convention adjourned. I personally think the convention was a disaster, but I'm curious what do we accomplish from this, or what do you want us to do in terms of electing a new committee woman? If the committee woman failed to have an election at the convention's over, and the position is vacant, What does this do?
Happy to answer that. Two parts to that. First, a call for a quorum was asked for and ignored. There
wasn't.
Absolutely there was.
There wasn't.
Very well.
They was there.
All right, order, please. He's got. I have the floor. Thank you. This resolution itself doesn't really have any teeth. We're not going to fire anybody. We're not going to tell them they got 15 days to clear stuff out. That's not, in Mojave County they did add some language that's a little bit stronger than this. But this is just a start, guys. This is about us saying, no, we're not going to stand for this kind of stuff. And you're on notice. You do it again, guess what? We are going to fire you. Because these are people we elected. PCs elect the county chairman. State committeemen who are elected by the PCs elect the state chairman. I'm not standing for this anymore, guys. And if you want to, that's fine. You can allow for the centralization of power to occur. But we are a representative of the public first and foremost. Just like just like Brad Zinn just said, went through that nice presentation. That's what it's about. You want to stop the centralization of power, you got to stop it here in these rooms first. If you're not willing to stand up here, where are you going to stand up?
I think we had 56 PCs that registered tonight. Some of them might have left, but that's definitely more than a quorum. That's more than 50% of our PCs that are elected. That's wonderful, actually. I applaud you for your. For those of you who are in favor of passing this resolution, will you please, and you're a current elected PC, precinct committeeman, will you please stand? What was the count? 46. Okay, I don't think we're going to call for a nay vote since it looks like we have a majority of the 40 or 56 are present. Resolution passes.
The Republican convention is supposed to be about debate, discussion, and consensus. It's a place where elected representatives from all corners of the United States of America meet to choose the path forward for the Republican Party. America is not a democracy. In fact, our founders warned strongly against the dangers of mob rule. Instead, it is a representative republic. It is made of self-motivated and elected workhorses, patriots, who fight against UN mandates and the centralization of powers. Thank you.